10 years ago today, we got Life is Strange episode 1. And with the anniversary being today, I feel like this is a perfect time to drop a Life is Strange hot take. I could care less if the choices or the actions that I make have consequences. Let me explain. So obviously you guys know that Life is Strange and Life is Strange 2 have a lot of heavy dialogue options and even choices throughout the game. And then those choices affect everything else throughout the game, especially in Life is Strange 2. The choices that you make throughout Life is Strange 2 heavily impact your ending. And a lot of people say that game is the best because of that. And then I've heard other people say, oh, well, games like TrueColors or Double Exposure don't really matter because their choices don't matter. Now, obviously I care about the choices of like who I can choose to romance, or even like dialogue choices where I can talk to people how I would respond. I do like having that type of freedom, but I'm more so talking about the choices that really like affect the ending. Again, speaking of TrueColors and Double Exposure, I've seen people say, well, oh, these games don't matter because the choices in the end don't matter. Whereas like Life is Strange 1 and Life is Strange 2, those are big choice endings. For me, I could really care less if like the ending has a big choice in it. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, all the choices matter in the games, especially with the dialogue because it depends on how people perceive you. And then it matters later in the game whether you want to romance them, where you want to get information out of them, just anything. But again, with TrueColors and Double Exposure, people complain that those choices don't really matter. But for me, I play Life is Strange for the amazing stories. Is it nice that these games are choice-based? Absolutely. But I don't need it to enjoy the franchise. For me, enjoying Life is Strange is more so how that story can affect me, how I can connect with the protagonist, how I can connect with the NPCs, and how this story is going to emotionally break me. At the end of the day, of course I love the dialogue options that Life is Strange continuously gives us, but I do not need the big choices to love this franchise. I'm gonna connect with it either way. What about you guys? Do you guys really need the big choices in the Life is Strange franchise to love it? Let me know what you think in the comments.